What's up, everybody? We're back here with another 5-minute video. Today we're going to talk about customer advocacy and, more importantly, how to get started if you've never done it before. So there's a lot to cover in this 5 minutes, so let's jump straight into it. Number one, identifying your most active customers or users. Why this is important is these are the most likely candidates for your biggest fans. These are your most likely customer advocates. Identify your existing promoters. Think about who has ever shared something on social media, blogged about you, emailed you that they like your product. Those are also your promoters or potential promoters. Again, check Twitter, check your blog, check your comments, check your Facebook groups, whatever, or your Facebook fan page, Twitter, whatever you can, and make a list of people. These are likely your already promoters. Once you've done that, you can move on to step number 2 and tip number 2, which is give your most active customers and promoters priority support. Get their questions out there faster than others. Why this is important is that this is the least thing you can do, very little. Even make a separate email address, call it prioritysupport@whatever.com, and it makes these people feel special. It's an emotional feeling that you actually give a crap about your most active people. I'm sure you give a crap about everybody, but this is how you can show it for your most active people. Tip number 3 is to get your fans into a group, whether it's a Facebook group, Slack group, a Google group, an email chain, in person, whatever you can muster up. If everyone's together in one location, get them together for some pizza and beers at a local bar. No planning needed. Find an empty bar. Choose maybe Monday through Thursday, where it's usually empty, no sports nights, and get them together. Facebook group works the same because people can then see other people engaging with you. And then what ends up happening is this snowball effect where people essentially start talking to each other. It creates this awesome community all by your brand and your company. So they remember that you got them together, share great information and things like that. But at the end of the day, getting people together is very, very important. All right, tip number 4 here, it's MVP customer advocacy. I'm gonna go through a ton of different ideas of how you can get advocacy started. You don't have to create this bloated software, bloated effort. It doesn't need to be fancy, it just needs to get started. All right, number 1 is share your blog content with your biggest fans. Share with all of your customers via email. So don't just stop at communicating with your customers after you've got them through the door. Keep it going and make the tone of the voice of that email to your existing customers, make it completely different than your top of the funnel. Rewrite it so it's targeting those people and addressing those people. Number 2 is give early access to your most active customers. Give them an early look at new updates, maybe just give them early access. At Mailshake, we did this. We invited our most active users, and what this ended up doing is it increased our annual subscriptions by 10%. That means our customers loved us so much that they just wanted to buy in for the year. And the crazy thing is, we didn't even actually have an annual plan until some of our customers that we invited to our early access of Mailshake requested it, and then we quickly created it, and then it created a snowball effect, which people ended up buying. All right, so the next thing is host webinars for your customers only. Ask your advocates and promoters to actually give you topics. Ask them in that Facebook group you created hopefully earlier, ask them who they want to hear from. Who are their biggest influencers? What topics do they want to know more about? And then create content just based off of that and make sure all of your customers can access it. And then in the webinar, address the fact that your biggest customers, or maybe you say their names, or your awesome customers help you give that topic. So it encourages more two-way conversations with your customers. All right, the next thing is advocacy swag. At my last agency, all of our best clients came from referrals. And so we gave all of our best referrals blue track jackets. Everyone all of our customers and all of our friends and network got black jackets, but our best referrals got blue jackets. And what ended up happening is they talked to each other, or they ran into each other on the street and whatnot. And this was in the Bay Area, very concentrated SOMA, SF area. So people did actually run into each other, and we ended up getting emails saying, hey, how do I get a blue jacket? And so we explained to them how they get a blue jacket. So it was, and on the jackets and on your swag, include your brand name, your company name, and then call it club or some sort of private membership implying one word thing. Keep it very, very light. You don't want your brand to just throw up on your swag. It needs to be light and sexy. All right, The next tip is to ask for a share. That's it, guys. You want more referrals? Ask for it. But don't ask for a referral. Ask for people to share your product, your company, their experience with your company on social media. At Narrow.io, we did this. We asked for, on the bottom right of our dashboard, we said, love using Narrow, tweet it. And we got around 10% of people tweeting it that went new users tweeting about it, their experience. In fact, most of them tweeted about it before they even had a great experience with Narrow. They just immediately clicked on it because it's a Twitter tool. We asked them to tweet, so it makes sense. And then from there, people started, we started building out a referral program, but we never ended up building out the referral program because the tweets brought us more value than the amount of people that ended up joining our referral program and whatnot. So start with just asking for a share. The next thing is send your customers a handwritten thank you card. All of your customers, when they sign up, this is more customer delight and paying it forward. A company called MailLift or Startup Threads can help you do this in an autonomous fashion. So when anyone signs up as a customer to your product or service or purchase from you, you can send that information to MailLift, and they will automatically send a letter to them. And even better, sign it off from the CEO, sign it off from that salesperson that you dealt with, and you can just add that information, and MailLift can probably get that too. All right, the last thing is to get your customers active on social media. Use specific hashtags, ask them to send you pictures. Guess what? They're already on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook Live, Periscope, whatever. There's so many networks out there. They're already there. All you have to do is ask your customers to share their experience on your Facebook page. Or maybe you ask them to use a hashtag. Encouraging use of this stuff ends up getting more people to do this. And again, it's as simple as asking. Don't overcomplicate it, just ask. All right, the last thing is, number 5, is now that you've tried these MVP customer advocacy tactics, you are ready to actually build out and scale your referral program, or maybe even build out a referral program if you haven't had one already. And again, anything that's worked before, you can think about how to scale it further with software like referral software, or like more bloated software like Influitive, or things that are better for advocacy in general. They're great, but if you start with them, you're never going to know what else could have worked or things that are easier, and you may not even launch it off the ground because it's fairly hard commitment. All right, guys, that's it. It's probably gone over 5 minutes, but hopefully I gave you a lot of value. And I'll check out the link below with a full guide on customer advocacy. Until next time, see you guys. All right, that's 2. Tip number 2. Tip number 3.